Hi everyone, it's Jill here and welcome to my craft. Today I'm going to be playing with some little stamps, some fairy stamps that I have from Inkylicious, which are a UK based company, little polymer stamps. And to go with these I've got several others of theirs, really nice company. So I'm going to play to do some ATC'S and see what we come up with. So we've got the fairies. We've got Make a Wish, which is this lovely dandelion clock. Some words. This is all on one stamp, this one. Some little birds. Twiggy branch, this one's called. An olive branch. And some mushrooms. Right, dogs had those, that's why they're like that. So I've just put them into a little CD wallet with the carrier sheet there. So that's just a selection that I've pulled out. Oh yes, some little rabbits as well. And I thought I'd just do some ATCs. And what I'm going to do on my backgrounds is some of my gel press backgrounds that I've done. I'm just going to pull out a couple of those and have a go on them. So to start with, I've used this one here, the wording, and I've stamped again that onto a piece of paper that I've put through my gel press. And then what I've done with those is I've cut them into little strips. So I've got little individual messages, quite a nice size. That one's obviously quite nice, Believe in Fairies, because that's what I'm going to do. Lie in the grass, all sorts of things. So you don't have to use these in one piece. You could do if you wanted it as a background, no problem. But that's what I've done with mine, cut them up. So just pop that to one side. Let's pull in my first ATC size. So it's 2.5 by 3.5 ATC. And get myself a block and start playing. And I rather thought let's have a look, Make a Wish would be nice with that one, with one of the fairies on it. So let's take that out. And what size would I like? Let's go with the big one. So I might stamp that off a bit actually. I don't think I need all of that. A little fairy. Let's take one of those out. And let's have a look at my sheet again. Probably one that's flying. Maybe that one, which is, where are you? There. That looks rather nice. And some black verse fine. Let's get rid of that. Put that down about there. Oh, that's lovely. This particular one here, I've used some little silver pixie powders on it. I don't know if you can see. So it's that's where the little sparkle comes from. Now for the fairy. Perhaps angle her down a bit. So yeah, I'm using the Versafine Onyx Black. There she is. She could do with being a little bit darker. So what I'm just going to do, just colour her in with a fine liner, just to highlight her a little bit more. So you can do this if your stamping doesn't come out too well, or you can perhaps use a stamping tool, which I have got one over there. I should have used that perhaps. There we go. That's that one. Then what have I got? Some tiny little, these little seed heads. I think I might do that in a different colour. Let's go into some Imperial Purple. Let's check they're floating the same way. Yeah, that's nice. Maybe just pop a few round. Actually, these are stars, aren't they? Yes, I've used the stars. Never mind, it looks really nice. And then the word, Make a Wish, is this one. From this set, Make a Wish. Where's my block gone? And I might just pop that down the edge here. Yeah, it's quite pretty. Put that to one side. Obviously not quite finished yet. We need to do something around the edge. So let's have some ink. Perhaps do a little bit of edging around it. I think I'm just going to dry that off a minute, and then we'll do some, there's the gun. Perhaps do a bit of gluing on it. Some sparkles. If your card paper starts to curl up, just turn it over. And give it a little go with the other side of your gum as well, and that'll help to flatten it out. There we go. Just going to use my quickie glue pen, and I'm just going to glitter her wings a bit. Not all the way in, just a fine line in each wing. Let's go with that. A little bit of paper to take off my excess. And which glitter have I got? I've got some Glamour Dust, which is just a nice iridescent glitter. And that finishes her off quite nicely. You can see that. Take some of that off. I think I need something a little bit more in the middle of the flower there. So for that one, I think I will go with a little gemstone. And I've got these little ones out of my craft kit. How's that? Just put that on there. And then maybe just a tiny bit of glitter in amongst the fairy sparkles. Just to finish that off, shall we come back with our little Glamour Dust again? Pretty, very pretty, that one. Right, let's just clean our glitter away. As you know, it gets absolutely everywhere. Oops. Let's put that back into my pot. So that was quite a nice simple one. It's quite pretty. It's very pretty in actual fact. Put that over there. Let her dry off. Now then, what other colours have I got here? I've got that one. Still glitter everywhere. That's it. Just use my ink pads, put them back now. and my stamps all need to come off. Tidy up. Let's put that back onto the carrier sheet. Like so. Make a wish. That goes in there. My fairy, go back on her sheet here. Probably won't use her again, we'll use another one. And my fairy sprinkles that I thought was dandelion heads. Oh well. There we go, so let's just pop that back onto there. So this one, excuse me. Oh dear. It's a nice green one, this one, so it sort of lends itself a bit more to something a bit more naturey. About mushrooms, might have a go with that. Toadstool, perhaps this one here. It's rather nice. Maybe like so. And then we'll have a little, perhaps fairy sitting on top. Perhaps this one. Let's get her going there. This onto there. Sorry, I've knocked you. I think I might try and do a bit of coloured stamping for this one. So I've got a Brilliance Red pigment ink. Rocket Red it's called, sorry. Ooh, look at that, lovely. It's probably not going to come out that bright on the card. And some, what else? I've got pine cone. Pine cone in Versifying Clair. Let's just stamp the bottom of that. So we get this like little two-tone print going on. Maybe I should use my Dust Buddy for this one. So this one was done with oxide inks. That's why it looks very chalky almost. Let's turn my card around. Perhaps just there. Just give that a chance to soak in. Lovely, but that's still quite sketchy. So what I think I might do with that is colour it in. Let's just dry it off a minute. Just to add a bit more definition. Let's go with some Fired Brick for the mushroom. And some Gathered Twigs for the stem. So I'm just going to pick that up with my water brush. Got a new water brush, nice and juicy. See if I can just highlight some of these areas a bit more. Just to add that stronger depth of colour. Try and leave a few of the white spots, if I can. Yeah, so that just adds a bit more brightness to the card, I think. Right, let's come in with the Gathered Twigs on the stem. And then perhaps up underneath. And go with that. Into there. So it still looks a bit murky, but I think what I'm going to do now, clear this away. I don't think I need any more of that. Clean my brush off, just in case I pick it up again for something else. bit of some white spots. I'm going to use the Signo. Let's just make sure that's dry first. There we go. Let's have a go at doing these white spots. I have tried this before, by the way, with Posca pens, and the Posca lifts colour from underneath, and you end up with yellow spots rather than white ones where it's pulling the ink. Let's add a nice bit of pop of colour so that a real nice piece of contrast there. So it just draws your eye to the top of that mushroom. Lovely. So I've just got a pencil here. This is just one of my Spectrum Noirs, number 96, and I thought I would just go on over some of these lines just to add a bit of definition underneath the mushroom. Okie doke. Just a tiny thing. You probably can't see it can't see much of it, but it just adds a tiny bit of highlight there. Now I'm going to come into my little fairy, and I'm going to sit her here. I think I might do her in actually pine cone. Sorry, that's something fallen off. But I've decided to use her in my stamping tool. Now I've got this little stamping tool, little cheapy little thing that I got from China. So I'll give her a go on there, just in case I need to go in again. Bit of repositionable tape. Let's sit her onto here. And just ink her up. And the pine cone. The pine cone is very, very dark brown, almost black, but not quite. See, I keep all my little spare bits of sticky tape here. Yeah, probably need to do her again onto the mushroom. Just hold that down, let that ink's taken there. Give her another go. These are only tiny little stamps, and they're just ideal for this size of card. There we are, that's better. Put her out of there. Take her out of my stamping platform. This is really just a cheapy little thing, I don't know, £5, £6, something like that. And sometimes that's really all you need. There we go. So let's just dry that off again. Gun. Put the lid on my pine cone. Could do better on this one. Look, it's sort of showing through there a bit. So let me see if I can just pick up a bit on my finger. Perhaps not. A little bit on a brush, really tiny little brush. My finger's still feeling really sort of yuck. Right, let's do this. So it might be an idea to paint the spots afterwards, actually. Just picking that tiny bit of ink up off of there, look. There we go, that's better. I feel a bit happier with that. And that will dry into that, so that will look all right. Put my pine cone away. Just quickly clean my brush off. Pop to one side for a good clean in a minute. So that's that. I think she needs grounding out. The mushroom does. Where's my bit of paper? I've got a little bit of paper there. Yes, we'll do that. And I think I will go with the gathered twigs and one of my little blending foams. I'm not going to use the whole tool because I can't direct it very well when I've got the whole round going. I just want a tiny bit on the end here. So let's just ground that out. A bit more control if I do it this way. Yeah, it's brilliant. Grounded my toadstool. Just do another little hill in the background. A bit lighter and a tiny bit over here, I think. Yeah, maybe a bit more just there. So she's looking quite nice at the moment. Right, what else of mushrooms have I got that I can utilise? If only I could find them. What have I done with them? Oh, welcome to my craft desk again, everyone. Right, there we are. Let's put that back in there. Let's perhaps have a few of these little guys. Let's get my notepad because I'm just going to do a bit of stamping off. I don't think I want it too dark. Gathered twigs. Yeah, let's keep them all similar sort of tones. Gathered twigs again. Stamp off. Stamp on. Lovely. Stamp off. Stamp on. Let's do a few down here. Maybe a few more in the background. Let's do a few this way. Don't want too many more, I don't think. No, that looks quite nice. Bit of grass, perhaps. I'm just using a fine liner pen here. Cool. Bit of a scribble grass. There we go. She looks quite beautiful, I think. Shall we do the moon? Let's do a moon. So I keep my little circles of acetate already cut and different sizes. Just check that's dry. Yep, pop her there. And then we'll go round the moon with, what colour shall I go round the moon with? Should I go with a bit of blue of some description? Stormy sky, broken china, a bit of broken china, I think. And then I might bring that in around the edge just to sort of finish the card off. Sorry, I've knocked you. So I don't want to go round the mushroom itself. I'm just going to go round the bits that aren't on the mushroom. Start on the acetate and then just push it out slowly. It just has the most beautiful little highlight on top of it around the moon, and it will just make the little fairy pop there, like that. How beautiful is that? Might keep my moon over there. And as I said, I think I will go with some broken china around the edge. Let me just get my tool. There we go. And that just brings that colour in again. Sorry. Okay. There we are. Does that need anything else? I think it does. We haven't got any sparkles yet. And we haven't got our words. Let's see if we've got any words that are suitable for there. Believe in fairies. Oh, that would be nice around there, wouldn't it? So yeah, chuck those words over there. Right, before I stick that down, I'm going to put some more sparkles on there. I've got my jelly roll pens. Let's see if I can find some nice colours just to go in the grass there. Perhaps a little bit of red. Yes. That's lovely. It just brings in the red from the little toadstool. Maybe a bit of green also. Hard to see the green, but it does add a bit of sparkle. I think she needs some twigs actually. Let's come back to some twigs. Where's that little twigs? We need some of that. Or shall we go with the twiggies? Let's go with the olive branch. So these are always a work in progress. Change your mind as you go along, nothing wrong with that. There we go. Let's take the block there. Obviously I'm not going to need the whole thing. Where's my little mushroom things? Put them there. What colour should I go with? I have got some VersaFine Olympia green here. So let's go with some of that. I'm just going to ink up the edges here. Throwing everything around. Right, a little bit of card there. Yeah, I think that's going to make a lot of difference. Make a bit more. This frames the card quite nicely. There we are. So I think she's finished. I'm going to stick that on there. Let's put my green away. And a bit of ink. In fact, where's that blue thing one gone again? Let's just edge that off with a bit of the blue. Pin in. And there we go. Brilliant. How pretty is that? Really lovely. Beautiful little stamps. And we've got the Make-A-Wish here. So that's 2. Yeah, that's 2. So for my next one, I'm going to try this little bit of green here. And I'm going to use, which little fairy thing? I'm going to use this little fairy here. So I'm actually going to put it into my stamping tool, which I've already done. Just going to pop this little one down here, and so I'm going to take the side down. And I'm going to do this one in an archival cobalt. Quite nice to do a blue one. Little fairies up there, look. So she's going to come in the middle here somewhere. Right, let's just stamp this up. Ink it up, sorry. Put that down about there. Yeah, definitely going to need more ink on that one. This ink pad again is not particularly juicy. I have found that with a lot of the archivals lately. So if you had to transfer some ink, nearly, you have to go in again. It's not like they're that old either, these ink pads. Oops. I need to get one of those little things that rub backwards and forwards. I forget what they're called. I've seen other people use them. Just adds the pressure that you can go round and round with. There we are. That's better. She's done. There we go. Put her out of there. Just going to stick a bit of paper in there just in case it does ink up while it's not in use. Oh, sorry. Yet again. Right, there we go. So there's my fairy. And I found a sentiment that I wanted to use. Wish on a star, which I'm just going to cut that one down, I think. So we'll have a few little words. Separate. Wish on a star. There we are. Just make sure that's straight. Trim these down a bit so that they're looking tidy. Just takes a little bit of time sometimes, but it's worth it. There we go. Show a star. Right. So she needs some stars to wish on. So I've got the little fairy stars. There we are. They're in the kit. Again, I'll come back to the archival and we'll put some nice little glitter on them in a minute. That's pretty. Bumper over there, and I've got a nice bit of lace. I just thought I'd pop some something a bit different across there this time. So let's do that then. Let's get my mixed media glue. What have I done with that? My distress collage. Make sure it's working. There we go. Tap it. Saw Tim do that. Stops it all collecting up in the nozzle and drying out. Right. Apparently. Does work. Let's just pop that there. Trim it off. If you turn it over, you get a nice straight edge. You know exactly where it is. So that's that one. Right, I'm just going to glitter up some of these little bits and pieces here. Glue pen. What have I done with the glue pen? There. That's the lid. Gone flying. One of those days today. And I've got some beautiful Nuvo Pure Sheen glitter there. I'm just going to... Whoa. Put some there. Get my little bit of paper. And ooh, how pretty is that? Put the glitter back into there. Lid on. Lose the glitter. And then come back to my collage medium to put these little words on. So just higgledy-piggledy for this one, I felt. Which one's pretty? Wish on a star. That's it, that's better. Needs something else, so I think it needs to go around the edges again. What colour should I use to go around the edges on this one? Something nice and bright. Should we go with peacock feathers? Oh yeah, I'll go with that. Steam needs a bit more of something, doesn't it? Right, let's come back in with a black fine liner. Perhaps do a little bit of lines around these words. just random. Don't have to be tidy about it. Perhaps do a few little wiggly bits there and there. Maybe I need to tie it in around the edge. What do we think? Maybe not. Maybe I'll just do a few little squiggles in the corners. That's that one. And I might just give her a few white highlights. Just gives that a tiny bit of interest. There we go. So that's another totally different look. So there we go. They've done the 3 then. So it's the pink one, Make a Wish, greeny blue, Wish Upon a Star, and this one here, Believe in Fairies. So I think I will leave my little bunnies for another day. But I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching. Check them out, this company. They're really good. Inkylicious.co.uk. They've quite a large range of stamps and all sorts of foliage, words, all sorts of beautiful things. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and I'll see you again next time. Bye.